Excuse me. I'm not editing this, so. But, sub-Reittannites, Reitannization here. I made a quiz, and I don't know why I'm surprised at the idiocy I have received. So, there's a purpose to this quiz, and I will go through it as if I am taking it to diagnose myself online. So the description is, I am someone who suffers from bipolar disorder type 2. So I understand what it's like to want to find out what's wrong with you. This quiz is designed to help you find your way. Alright, so do you ever feel like hurting yourself or others? Yes. Do you ever consider killing yourself? Yes. Are there times, and this is if I were off my meds, there are times where you feel extremely happy and hyper and then you suddenly feel very depressed and vice versa? Yes. Do you ever feel like you're worthless? By the way, a lot of these can be symptoms to other disorders, but that's not the point. Yes. Do you often do or say things you didn't mean to and have no idea why you did it? When you cry, how long does it last? Hours on end. Do you ever find yourself crying for absolutely no reason? Yes. When you feel really happy, do you find it hard to concentrate on something? Yes. When you're really upset, like you feel like the world is ending, do you ever have blank moments in your memory where you don't remember what happened? Yes. Do you have trouble sleeping? Yes. When you're feeling down, do you lose interest in activities that you usually enjoy? Yes. Do you often feel unmotivated? Yes. Do you find yourself neglecting your hygiene? Yes. Do you either binge eat sweets and junk food or not eat at all for days at a time? Yes. Do your friends and family lose their patience with you and tend to not want to be around you? Well, since a lot of friends have gone their own way or, etc., and trust issues, I'm actually going to say sometimes to this. Do you end up losing friends or being broken up with because they think you're crazy? Yes. I love this picture. I had to include this picture. It says, yes, I'm bipolar. I take a pill to stop the extreme highs. I take a pill to stop the extreme lows. I take a pill to sleep. I take a pill for anxiety. I hate taking pills, but I'm stable. For people who are sexually active, do you often find your sex drive is much lower than normal, or you don't have a sex drive at all when you usually do? Yes. Do you find yourself lying in bed for hours at a time doing nothing during the day, even not listening to music? Yes. Do you imagine yourself hurting, killing people often? Yes. If you're in school, do you find it hard to maintain a high grade? If you're an adult with a job, do you find it hard to perform tasks that your boss has designated to you? Yes. Would you describe yourself as an optimist, pessimist, both, neither? Pessimist. Do people complain that you're too sensitive? Yes. When someone harasses you, how does your mind cope? I just shove it off, it doesn't matter to me, and I get over it really quick. It bugs me for a few hours, and I have to distract myself from my anger or sadness by doing a chore or something. It will bother me for days, maybe even weeks if it's bad enough. I'll say I'm over it, but really I'm so mad or upset by it, it's hard to let it go. Do you often find yourself stressed to the point where you feel like you want to hurt yourself or someone? Yes. On days off, do you find yourself sleeping in a lot, like even until 3 in the afternoon? Well, even with my medication, I sleep in. I slept until 4 today. What would you do with a gun? I would never touch a gun. Shoot someone. Shoot myself. Go hunting. Hide it in the house in case of emergencies. For this one, it really depends on my mood, and right now, since I'm stable, I'm gonna go with I would never touch a gun. How do you feel when a quiz creator ends the quiz where every answer says fate or something like that? I hate it. What's the fucking point? So, congratulations! You just took a quiz on the internet written by someone who has bipolar disorder but is not a psychiatrist. It's very possible that you are suspicious that you are showing symptoms of bipolar disorder and you're desperate to find out what's wrong with you, or you want something to be wrong with you so you can exploit it, you horrible person. Either way, you should never try to self-diagnose yourself by taking meaningless tests online. If you feel like you are showing signs of mental illness, you feel like hurting yourself or others, and especially if you feel suicidal, go see a professional. A psychiatrist will help diagnose you, and if you have something, they will work with you to find a treatment that will suppress your symptoms. Don't be afraid of medication, except Prozac. Be afraid of Prozac. Since every person is different, even if they share the same disorder, you may be put on a plethora of different medications to see which one or ones work for you. If you are a child or teenager and you try to tell your parents you might need to see a professional, it's likely they will tell you that you're just a kid or you're just being a teen. This is no excuse. Mental illness can show signs in early childhood, and your parents need to know that if they don't take you to get checked out, they could be ruining your life forever. It's better safe than sorry, and everyone needs to understand that. My advice: don't take tests online that claim to diagnose you for some kind of illness or disorder. It has 2 results. Both of them are identical in name and description. And the reason why, I had to do that is because the quiz required at least 2 answers. So I got a couple of people who got it, who really respected it, but there were people who were like, what the fuck is this shit? I want to know what my... You know what? I'm actually just going to show them. I deleted one because he was just trying to get attention. Well, like this one, reading the comments, apparently everyone forgot the entire purpose of this quiz. So, okay, I'm assuming no then. Alright. So this didn't answer whether or not I was bipolar. And I said, read a result. I forgot which one was mine because the 2 results have the same name. They're exactly the same. Regardless, you need to read a result. Nah, I'm not interested anymore. I'm astounded by the number of idiots who took this quiz. Okay, so you just wasted 5 minutes of my life. This is why people like you are the scum of the earth. This quiz should be taken down. Give me a fucking result. No, my friend. This is why people like you are the scum of the earth. And then... this... I can't believe you're a Harry Potter fan and you're this stupid. Okay, then, you are officially the greatest. I said, you are an idiot. Did you not read your result? If you want to know if you're sick, go see a psychiatrist. This quiz is supposed to teach you that online tests like this cannot diagnose you. If you want your result, go see a doctor like you're supposed to and stop being a brat. Clickbait, and it's rude to call people idiots, idiot. It's not clickbait. If you didn't understand the purpose of this, nor its importance, you are an idiot. Besides, when someone is rude first, they invite you to be rude in return. You can't expect someone to not respond unkindly if you were not kind, and it doesn't help your case when you call me an idiot. So I'm just like, this is the exact example of, trying to defend something with intelligence, and then clickbait is rude to call people idiots, idiot. Yeah. So, and that's it. But I had someone say that, okay, this is not important. And someone replied to them, and their responses were just, rude and like, we can self-diagnose ourselves if we want. I'm like, dude, fuck you. And I replied with something intelligent, and he liked my reply even though it was insulting toward him. And I was like, oh, okay, you wanted this. I don't support that, so I'm just gonna go ahead and block you, report you, and remove your comment. Because I'm not gonna give you what you obviously want, even though I'm mentioning him in this video, but likely people on Quotive do not, follow me on YouTube. It's vice versa. So, honestly, and I put in these pictures to help too, as well, because, to as well also, so that it, displays some facts. It's This quiz is very important because not only can the questions apply to other mental illnesses, but it shows that even people with mental illness cannot diagnose you with a mental illness, and that any test you take online, you cannot trust the results. It's just like taking let's take something of less importance, taking a sorting hat quiz. Some quizzes you find you might be a Hufflepuff, some you might be a Gryffindor, some you actually might be a Slytherin, and maybe that one you might be a Ravenclaw. Quizzes cannot determine your personality or anything about you. They are just there for fun, for boredom, etc. They are made by regular people who do regular things of many different ages and, different amounts of life experience. If you try to self-diagnose yourself, is that redundant? Online with one of these tests, you are not going to get an accurate result. You might get something that is so inaccurate that you're not going to get the treatment that you need. Out of curiosity, when I was a teenager, I took a test to see if I had borderline personality disorder. According to the test, I did, but I don't. So, you cannot trust these tests, and that's why I made this. That is specifically why I made this, to try and teach people, to try and encourage them to not rely on themselves to guess. You cannot guess, you cannot assume, because it's dangerous for you and others, and it's shameful to self-diagnose. It's something that should never have been a thing. You can't just say you have something because you have a couple of the symptoms. It's a majority aspect. And you go to a professional and they will help you figure out what's going on in your head and how it should be treated. That's why they're professionals. It's their job to do that. And even with somebody, say, like me, with bipolar disorder, even though I've done extensive research on, the psychology behind it and many other disorders, I am not a licensed psychiatrist, and a licensed psychiatrist will know way more about this stuff than I could ever hope to. So, it's stupid. It's like, it's so stupid, and I'm like, I don't know why I'm surprised, because a majority of people are stupid, and I'm not a genius. You guys know that I'm not a genius. I'm only of above average intelligence, but that's just how stupid people are when they're stupid. It's like, oh my god, do you even anything? So, I mean, you guys can take the quiz if you want to, because reasons, but you know what answer you're gonna get. So, I'm hoping that this does shed light on smart people to not rely on online quizzes to diagnose you of anything, physical or mental. And if you think that there's something wrong with you, you need to see the appropriate professional. If it's mental, psychiatrist. If it's physical, a doctor. So, you wouldn't self-diagnose yourself with cancer, would you? I sure as hell hope not. Anyway, so, yeah, I mean, this could be Hall of Shame worthy, but my Hall of Shame thing only uses comments made on YouTube, and I have like a couple that need to be edited, but I've been in a place where I can't do that, so And, yeah, life is shitty. There's a hole in our roof. It's been raining. It's been raining like we live in somewhere where it rains a lot, but we live in California. So, and it's like filthy water. We have a little bowl, and it's just like drip, 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 drip. And I'm just like, I need to get out of here so bad. Crossing our fingers, it's by March. So, let's just hope for the best. And for those of you who think you're suffering from something, I sincerely hope that you do get the help that you need, and that you get the treatment that works for you, and that you start feeling better. Because I know how it feels. Thousands of hundreds of thousands of millions of billions of people know how you feel. So just know that you're not alone, and even when it feels like you are, and when it feels like no one understands you, just know that we're all out there, and there are even people of a healthy mind that do not work in the field that understand how bad it is. My boyfriend is one of those people. So, try not to listen to the idiots who are idiots. I know that's the pot calling the kettle black, but yeah. Anyway, if you liked this video for some reason, click the like button and then click the little bell, if you want to watch any of my other stupid videos. And subscribe, I guess. And bye.